Write an equation for the given information. Angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical angles. So we have to think, what are vertical angles? Well, vertical angles are formed when two lines intersect. So here's an example of that. So when two lines intersect, we have, you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 different angles. In order to identify the vertical angles, you just look for two angles that are not next to each other. So for instance, since we're referring to angle 1 and angle 2, that they're vertical angles, then I would say let's pick this to be angle 1, and the angle not next to this would be angle 2 over here. Right, because angle 1 is next to this angle here, and angle 1 is also next to this angle, but it's not next to this one. Maybe you can think of it as opposite, if that helps you. But again, it's the geometric definition would be they're non-adjacent angles. So angles not next to each other. And since we're asked to write an equation for two angles that are vertical angles, we have to make sure we put into the correct notational form. If you want an equation, we're talking about equal. Something is equal to something. So we have to know something about these two measures. What is the relationship between angle 1 and angle 2? So the other thing you have to note is that vertical angles will have the same measure. Okay, so vertical angles have the same measure. So this is key to writing your equation. So since vertical angles have the same measure, we can say that, well, whatever the measure of this angle is, angle 1, is going to be the same thing as whatever the measure for angle 2 is. And to write that in equation form, then I can say, well, since these are vertical angles, they have the same measures, therefore the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 2.